Fellow martial arts students. Today is December 20th, 2024. So I randomly found that video that you see, which is paused in front of you. Two kids, two warriors, really. Those are little warriors, sons of big warriors. Okay, I already saw this fight, and I have to comment on this to educate the martial arts students and to bring the truth out, because the truth, everything I do, I want to spread the truth. Okay, and I am a martial artist. I've been a martial art teacher. I'm still available to teach, but it's difficult to find the people or the students who respect martial arts. There are a lot of liars out there, people who don't think they're a liar. They don't know that they're not honest, and they they don't have the strength to face the truth. So the I want to bring out. I want to make myself available. Whoever watching this video, whoever see this video, that yeah, so far I have been going back on the old MMA fights, like Pride FC and maybe some of the ONE FC fights, and I'll get into UFC too. But and then of course the Muay Thai world, and my real respect and passion is in the Letwhayte world, Letwhayte Warriors. And this fight that you're gonna see in front of you is a Letwhayte fight. And don't underestimate the little kids that you see there, and that's one of the reasons that why I want to comment or provide insights, educational insights, or educational information about this fight. So before I let me get back to what I was trying to tell you, that I want, if there is any MMA fight or Muay Thai fight or Letwhayte fight, any kinds of martial arts, the sports fight or street fight or professional fight or so on, that you would like to know my feedback, whether you just like to know my opinion or insight for fun, or you genuinely want to learn. So feel free to make requests, comment, or contact me. Send me the link of the fight, and I'll make the fight. I'll provide the insight to you. So that's number one topic that I want to cover, and and what I've been doing so far is to educate, or to shine the light upon the young martial arts students, and of course the fans too, and the truth out there. I want to make them understand what is the truth, because of the influence of these MMA fights, especially used to be UFC, and even the Pride FC, right? Pride FC, UFC, and now ONE FC, and K1, used to be K1, and before all of that, what do we have? We got Pancreas, right? Bas Rutten in Japan, these Pancreas competitions, so on. So people see these, and they think that is all there is. That is martial arts. But no, what you see is sporting events, and you have to understand the unspoken rules and the situations behind those that you don't know. So that is the reason I am making these educational fight information or fight studies insights to educate the young martial artists and the fans alike. Now I want to talk about the headbutts in martial arts. Okay, and talking about headbutts, I have to talk about the rules, especially in the Western world. Okay, in the Western world, what you're seeing, because of the Westerners, most of the Westerners, I don't say the informative, truthful teachers and knowledgeable people don't exist in Western world. That's not true. But majority of the Westerners and the way they think, they see headbutt as a savage and attack, and they think in terms of safety. I want to be safe. Of course, nobody wants to be injured. And when you get in the fight, the first thing that you gotta watch out for is your eyes. You don't want to be blinded. Even one eye, of course, not two eyes, but even one eye, you don't want to be blinded. And then, of course, you don't want to lose your teeth. All the damages and cuts and this and that you will receive on your hand, on your face, whatever, yeah, they will heal. They can heal, but the teeth, if you lose teeth, oh, that's bad. But nowadays, you can claim the teeth insurance if you wear a mouthpiece, this and that. Of course, nobody's gonna go deaf by getting hit in the ears, and of course, you don't want anyone to die. But honestly, I would rather die than be blinded or lose my teeth, or yeah, especially the eyesight. I don't want to lose my eyesight. Any kind of permanent injury, like you're gonna go cripple, like you're gonna become retarded, or your brain don't function anymore immediately after the fight. Thing like Muhammad Ali or something boxer, that's a different story. Okay, and the boxing, you do boxing for prolonged period of time. That's worse than doing MMA or even bare knuckle fights. And bare knuckle fights are probably the safest. So, and then talking about more injuries, what else is dangerous? You don't want to be hit and groin and be damaged. So nowadays we wear cups, and that makes protection. But a person like me, I don't worry about the groin attack, because if you are a good martial artist, it's very difficult to try to hit my groin, because I naturally protect, and I stay my natural martial arts. In Letwhayte system, we have something called complex vision, and the complex vision, the principle is to be responsive, or to deflect and to stop, and the stop block principle. Okay, I repeat, stop block principle. So if you master those, if you use them, even if your opponent is really, really, really good, it's very difficult for your opponent, or my opponent, to try to get the direct hit executions. So that's the bottom line. So again, I go back to the most important thing that people, the sports, the athletic commissions. Okay, there are athletic commissions according to different states, different locations, or even a different city. Sometimes, if you fight in New York State, there's fighting in the city of Buffalo or Niagara Falls is different. So these athletic commission. Basically, we're talking about politics. A bunch of the small uh, little organization of corrupt people who are controlling and taking the cuts. Basically they want money, but not only they want money. Like you gotta give them some money, getting licenses and this and that. They are manipulating these fights by making whatever martial art events they're gonna have in that territory. You gotta fight in their rules, and their rules basically, they will argue in terms of safety. They don't want anyone to be blinded or die or get serious injuries and so on. But their rules actually uh, is not making sense anymore. It doesn't make sense, and then in terms of it's creating lies. Is it really safer? No. So that's where I want to talk about the elbow versus the headbutt. Okay. Nowadays, still a lot of martial art competitions don't allow kneeing. Okay. And, so I gotta talk about MMA and Muay Thai, like a 1FC. In 1FC, they're making up a lot of Muay Thai fights. They don't allow clinching. Because the clinching is not allowed, automatically, all the Muay Thai, I don't want to say Muay Thai. Muay Thai is garbage, okay? So I want to keep it general. But Muay Thai is not the only stand-up fighting system that really matters in the area, Southeast Asia. Okay, and Muay Thai come in third. Number one, that matters the most is Letwhayte. Number one. Number two, the what do you call it? Filipino martial arts. Okay, Filipino stand-up system. It's very similar to Muay Thai and Letwhayte. Okay, they have almost everything, and they come in number two. Okay, and the Muay Thai number three, because the Philippines is not a very developed country, so you don't see a lot of their competition. The reason why Letwhayte even became popular is because the old military government, the junta or junta, whatever you pronounce, however you pronounce it, the old junta, not this current one, in about 1990s, okay, they promoted it. They brought out all the Letwhayte generations, old generations of Letwhayte Warriors, and then they officially created these events, ring fights, and promoted a lot of Letwhayte Warriors. So now Letwhayte is in Myanmar, thriving back. It's there to stay, and that's the reason why you see these little kids, the fight that we're gonna analyze too. So what's happening in the so-called Muay Thai fights in 1FC world, okay? And there are two types of Muay Thai fights, by the way, with the gloves, which is garbage. I don't even watch. There's this guy Boko or whatever, and now the guy, what do you call it? Raw Tan, acting like he's a freaking Superman, like, oh, he punch proof and this and that. Especially with the not Letwhayte, sorry, the boxing glove, Western boxing gloves. Western boxing gloves, okay, yeah, they basically you can't hurt anyone much with the gloves. So if you're gonna put on the gloves, then you don't have to worry about the glove, the punches that much anymore. You better watch out for the elbows, okay, and then the kicks. Then what else? And then if it's turned into a kickboxing match, then no clinching allowed at all, no pushing, and they turning, so they put in the little gloves, little MMA gloves, and then these so-called little MMA gloves, it's very thick, and the Letwhayte Warriors are not used to it. You can't push, you can't clinch, so there goes the head control, right? From the head control and clinching comes these Letwhayte tactics, where you set up for the knee to the head, and these off balancing tilting techniques, which is like the art of judo. But none of those can be applied in 1FC, the so-called global rules of 1FC. It's 1FC rule. It's not global rule. Just by hearing that, whenever they say, "Oh, these are the global Muay Thai rule," what the hell? It's not global rule. It's their rule. Yeah, they put the word global into it. I don't know where the hell. It's so disgusting to hear these kinds of lies. So the gloves, and then no headbutt allowed, no clinching allowed, and no throwing, no tripping, none of those. And then the rounds are shorter, and then the judges and so on. So there goes the Letwhayte. There goes the martial arts. You can't apply anything. So it's their rule, and they made these ridiculous champions within their environment and their rules. That's where they got his Jonathan Haggerty and Rod Tan and Taiwan Chai. I like Taiwan Chai. I like Taiwan Chai the most, especially his striking, the techniques. Okay, his kicks are very compliant, very systematic. I like Taiwan Chai kicks and punches much more than Rod Tan. The Rod Tan guy, he is just a sneaky guy, who would go for elbows, and he's extremely tough. He's like punch proof because his skin been pounded for so many times, so many years by the leather gloves, so it became like punch proof. But you can never be punch proof in the bare knuckle or the hand rod fights. So Letwhayte Warrior can take him out easily in the Letwhayte ring, where clinching is allowed and headbutts and elbows and so on. So headbutts are not allowed in MMA and in 1FC. It makes no sense. If they allow elbow, headbutt should be allowed. Why? Because elbows can really damage the eye. So whenever somebody gets elbow, the cut is around the eye area, and so far there hasn't been a direct hit to the eye sockets. If the elbow hits directly in the eye sockets, somebody can be blinded. It already happened in MMA fights where Hickson, the choke competition, they call it choke, and what's his name? Yuki Nakai. Nakai got blinded by the Savate, the French guy. Like he's making toe kicks to his eye sockets purposely. It hurt the eyes. He didn't get blinded right away. He went on through the whole competitions, but later on he became blind. So my point is, elbows can damage the eyes. It's much more dangerous. And also the elbow hit the temple area right here. You better watch out. And if it hit directly on the ear area, you can become deaf. You can have great injuries too. But that is for people who are not trained, and people who don't know what they're doing. They're not martial artists. It's fake martial artists. Right? So if you gonna be a martial artist, you better know what you're doing, and you better know how to protect yourself. You're gonna step in the ring. But if the headbutt comes in, the whole punching game is gonna change. The elbow game change, and it's gonna become much easier to KO somebody. Okay, headbutts are the very safe way to end the fight. Okay, you can knock somebody out with headbutts. You can use the head to protect somebody, and the head-to-head collision. Trust me, the result of the fight come out much cleaner, much faster, and there's no permanent injury. But they don't allow headbutts because I don't know, for safety reason, there's nothing safe about elbow. Compared to headbutt versus elbow, elbows are much more lethal, much more dangerous than headbutt. They have to allow headbutts in MMA and the Muay Thai or these 1FC competition, especially if they want the Letwhayte Warriors to come in and do well. So the safety rules are not safe at all. It's just garbage, and So I'm saying this to educate the martial art fans, and yeah, I want to change the martial art world, because what I'm seeing is just hypocrisy and stupidity. That they don't allow headbutts for what? The elbows, they allow elbows, they don't allow headbutts, and so allowing headbutt, it can change the punching system and the whole martial art games. Okay, so, and also the wrestlers, when we talk about wrestlers, we talk about MMA world. The wrestler dominate the MMA world, and they say, oh, the wrestlers are gonna complain. Wrestlers don't like headbutt. That is bullshit. You know what? Wrestlers are naturally trained warriors who are so aware or who know the headbutt game so well. Being a professional wrestler, being trained in the wrestling world for a long time, they instinctively always leveling the head level of the opponent. They want to stay lower or at least at the same height. And there are a lot of wrestling tricks and tactics where someone come and take down, and they will actually put a head to it, a head-to-head collision to stop the takedowns. Okay, it happened several times in the 1FC ring. Dan Henderson did that, and so on. So, I like to see the headbutts in the MMA ring and the 1FC Muay Thai fights, so-called Muay Thai fights, and the garbage global rules have to change. All right. Now, this fight that you see in front of the screen are two young kids, and I was trained that way. I came from the world like that. Okay, these young kids, and there are a lot of ignorant, how should I put it? Ignorant, evil liars. I don't even want to mention this low life name. So, and they will say, "Oh, the liar will call me a liar and say, like you learn martial arts, like when you were 10-year-old, 11-year-old. No, I started when I was 7, and by the time I'm like 8, starting at about 8, 9, 10, I'm already fighting many people, just like these kids. These kids, they probably could be 9-year-old, could be 10 or over 10, but I can guarantee they are under 13, both of them. Okay, so it's not impossible in Myanmar for these young kids to be in the martial arts world at young age. And all these big champions that they see, they love, like Tun Tun Min or Dui Michon. Right? Dui Michon was trained just like that. Okay, when he was small kids. By the time they're about 12 years old, the little Myanmar Warriors, they have at least 20 fights or 50 fights. Okay, with other kids the same size or in the competition, in the professional environment. The other kids are not punk kids like who don't know what they're doing. They're professional. These two kids that you see, I already saw this fight, and I tell you exactly. I would tell you firmly that these two kids were trained by the Letwhayte Warrior. I can tell that the father of the Letwhayte Warriors, directly by the father or the teacher of the father or the professional teacher. Okay, and then you will see, wait a minute, these kids, when they fighting like they brawling. so what is Letwhayte? And that's the reason why I want to comment. So number one, the point that I want to make is that's how Letwhayte exists in Myanmar. Okay, these young kids. So I'm sick and tired of this evil, low-life liar trying to call me a liar, saying kids like this, and then you being a martial artist, like learning martial art at a young age without having a proper teacher. Well, the experience is my teacher. Okay, the real martial artists, these kids, trust me, they don't pay anybody to learn Letwhayte. Okay? They train by the culture and the people around them, and they don't pay money to learn. And that's what the liar couldn't stand, because they want to promote these schools and take money from these phony students who are not that dedicated. I can't say, I didn't take money to train other students. Yeah, I did take money to train them, but I don't, all because they pay me money, I don't lie to myself, and I don't reduce myself down to be compliant to their lies and to their whims. Okay, I train them with the truth. So, but that's not the case in many of the martial arts schools. These martial arts schools, first of all, they don't even teach much. If they do teach, they let the student do whatever they feel comfortable, and then they lie to the students, and then student have to feel comfortable to come back to the class, and eventually if they stay like 3 months, 6 months, and then these little belt or the ranks going up. But in terms of martial arts, what are they learning is garbage. Okay, they have no real experience. So I'm sick and tired of people, the stereotype mentality in the Western world that in order to learn martial art, you have to have a teacher that you pay, that you learn from. That's not the case. Okay, if you, how did I learn? I challenge whoever is near me, and I don't want to say that, I'm like martial art god. I was born knowing martial arts, and I win all the fights. In fact, I lost all the fights. Okay, and the trick is that when I lose, I want to fight again. I want to fight again, again, again. And I learn all these meditation techniques and how to heal myself. Naturally, human beings, the young human beings, especially the kids, they can heal very fast. But the real truth is not just the natural ability. The natural ability to heal is not sufficient in order for anyone to go through the path I went through. Okay, you have to master meditation techniques, and then your body will learn to heal in the phenomenon rate. So you can get yourself beat up and then heal again. Go get beat up and heal again. That's how you learn. That's how I learn. Okay, and that's the best way to learn. But in martial arts school, you can't get this kind of experience. The people are scared about injury and violence and safety and this and that. You put on all these pads. Once you put on the pads, whether headgear or the body armor or the shin pads and gloves and so on, then that goes everything. And you can't get experience anymore. Okay, so let's look at this Letwhayte fight. And well, all the techniques I saw were all genuine. They pretty much, were trained by high-level fathers or the Letwhayte teachers. What these two kids, what I see missing is the, what do you call it? bull guard. Okay, they don't have bull guard. So that's the only weakness I saw in these two kids. So let's watch this. Oh my God! I didn't want that to happen. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! I got the fight all. Hopefully, that's good enough. Oh wait a minute! I can't see the control bar. Ah, there it is. There's the control bar. I gotta be able to pause the fight. Okay, so far you're seeing lower application, lower elephant steps application. So these kids utilize the elephant steps a lot, and I don't see the bull guard present in the head postures and head movement. So that's what they're missing in terms of the Letwhayte system. But everything they're doing is authentic Letwhayte. So you see that the low kick and then looping punch follow up. That's the typical Letwhayte tactic. And these kids are not good at clinching. But see, there's a clinch. Okay, so even though they're not good at it, but they are utilizing it. And this is the position to set up a perfect Python throw. And then you see the other kid, this is a typical Letwhayte clinch. You have to be aware of the headbutt possibility. So his head is between the two heads to protect himself from being headbutted. Okay. When the headbutt is allowed, you can be like a dumb, ignorant Muay Thai guys or the kickboxing guy. I don't even want to talk about them. Okay, kickboxing even worse. And kickboxing is not martial arts. Okay, they may do well in that sport. These are the ONE FC champion. What's the Japanese guy who beat up the Letwhayte Warrior, the young one, Tanzin. Okay, yeah, I have to go. I have to find a fight and comment, and then explain to point out what exactly went wrong. Because a lot of people, even the Myanmar martial arts fan, they have no idea what they're seeing. So then that's my intention. My intention are to educate the young martial artists. The Tanzan brother, Tulen Mo, put his brother through the ignorant situation, and they pay a price, a great deal. Okay, and Tulen Mo is a Letwhayte warrior. He trained his brother so well, but why did they even do this kickboxing fight? So anyway, let's get back to this fight. Oh, by the way, these kids' name Boa, okay, and so Boa probably is the blue belt, so a little taller one, and Jo Jo A Chan. Jo A Chan is this one, the red belt. So traditional low weight ring fight, the belt is always red and blue. Okay, so this kid trying to apply elephant steps, like bobbing leg like that, and then this kid kicks it. Okay, and he's pretending it didn't hurt him, and like challenging, yeah, you didn't hurt me, but who wins in that exchange? The red belt, because that is the right thing to do. Whenever your opponent is kind of like threatening with the bobbing elephant steps, the elephant step is not passive like that. Okay, the true elephant step got to be responsive to the other guy's movement, and it got to turn into an attack. Or if it's the true defense, the elephant steps got to come out and defend the kicking leg. So pretty much over here, this kid get hurt, but he's saying like, oh yeah, you didn't really hurt me, but the other kid got him. See that they even show a little replay that whoever made this video, but that was a good kick. So here, the boxing situation, the punches exchange, right? These kids, they do punch in authentic low way, but not 100% because they missing bull guard. Bull guard is pretty much using the head as a shield, not just head and shoulder, and sometimes the protection from the forearms and the elbows come in. So bull guard, this is how the MMA fighter will fight. There's no bull guard, okay, like a chicken wing. That's wrong. The Letwhayte Warrior, okay, when they tie it, there's a chicken wing stance. That's how the Letwhayte Warrior fight. It's tucked in, and then if you want to really go bull guard, so this is bull guard. Then your hands up, and now your shoulder gives you the what do you call it? The shield, the protection, and the more power. And having your shoulder raised up and your head is resting between your shoulders, you get hit, you don't get dizzy, and there's no brain shaking and no bad effect because your shoulder is there. And when your shoulder is down, you get hit. Even if it doesn't hurt you, your brain shakes, and you're gonna get knocked out. You get knocked out when your brain shakes. It's not from the pain that you get knocked out. You get dizzy because the vibration, the brain gets hit. The brain vibrates, and you get dizzy, and you black out. And so the bull guard can be used to defend and attack with the help of the shoulders and forearms, and then forearms can turn into elbow attacks too. So these are all the tricks of the bull guard. So that kid, he said, yeah, you hit me, but that was a good hit. Again, because of the lack of bull guard, and this kind of sneaky thing happened. But once these kids get a little older and more educated in low weight ways, those kinds of what do you call sneaky attacks are gonna become less. So, and what's so special about these low weight punches? You will see full hand extension, and the distance is always at the certain distance. They like to stay at each other. That's the low weight, basically. And when the distance become wider, especially the attacker, the attacker would close up the distance with various ways. And most of important tactic is called I call teleporting. So there it is. There's the teleporting right there. You see, the roundhouse kick. He actually slide in and become the teleported roundhouse kick. People will say, "Oh, that's flying roundhouse kick." Well, you can say it's flying, but it's the teleported roundhouse kick or flying roundhouse kick, whatever you call it. So there's me. So again, these are not random brawling kids from on the streets. Okay, both these two kids are highly trained sons of Letwhayte Warriors or Letwhayte camp. Okay, the random punk kids on the street don't fight like that. Okay? I know right away just by watching. These kids are fearless, and they are using techniques. These are Letwhayte tactics. See, that's a flying knee with the elephant steps, so it becomes like a dynamic, almost like a dynamic guard shield. But because both these kids don't have the concept of bull guard, you don't see. So I would say the smaller kid is better. So far, if there are judges or point system, whatever, the smaller kid would win. So that was a little trick that he used to feint or to gain momentum and more power in executing the power roundhouse kick. Like you kind of tilt your body a little bit and then drag your leg in and go full power. The roundhouse kick. So this is the end of the fight. But it's gonna be draw because there's no knockout. But the red belt is better. These are not cute little stupid kids. Okay, these are highly trained warrior kids from high-level Letwhayte Warriors or high-level Letwhayte camp. They came out from there. Again, the name Zweni Boan versus Joe Chan. Even the Letwhayte dances, I can tell these are highly trained Letwhayte dancers. Alright, thanks for watching. Again, I summarize what I went, I want to summarize everything I went over. So, if you have any fights that you'd like me to give you some insights about, let me know. You can put it in the comment or contact me, email me with the fight link. Okay, the headbutts got to come into MMA and the Muay Thai, the martial art world in the West. Okay, if the headbutts come in, that's it. You can kiss Muay Thai goodbye. All the clown like Ratan, he's out. All these fake punchers, they all gone. The punching system is gonna change. Everything's gonna change. Okay, and the clinches have to come in. And all right. So I see you at next fight. Thank you.